I don't know how long it took him to get comfortable with this new world. This new home, it didn't feel like home. Home was a place where every night he could gauge how far he had walked by how dusty his shoes had gotten and how dusty his books were. Home was where the mountains to the east made the sunrise a bit more magical. Where home was, everyone in the village knew him. Everyone in the village over knew him or knew of him. Here, none of that. He was a teacher, El Maestro they called him, traveling from small town to small town on foot, accepting rides here and there. He took naps on the bench outside of the schools, typically one-room schoolhouses surrounded by just a few homes. The 2 button-up shirts and 2 dress pants he wore were all he had, and the kids noticed. This confused them because they thought he was doing okay. You know, like rich. He was doing okay, just not rich, with money anyway. Years later, still young and definitely in love, he left. He came here. No English, very little money, no friends, just her and their 2 kids. Here, nobody knew him as El Maestro. In fact, no one knew his name. He had changed it to fit in, to hide. His disguise was that of a canning factory employee alongside his lady. I tried to think back to the fear and frustration he must have felt. He had left it all, took leaps backwards, and was now living in fear, working harder and hiding. I wonder about the nights after an agonizing day of foot-aching, knuckle-busting labor. He just lay with his eyes wide open, staring upward into the darkness, wishing and hoping for a break, an answer. I imagine him practicing the English words he'd learned that day, repeating them in whispers over and over until he fell asleep. No shit like, "Excuse me, where's the bathroom?" or "Excuse me, do you have the time?" Shit like what he overheard while they chuckled and looked at him, the garbled words becoming clearer as each day passed, a whispering determination. They still call him El Maestro when they see him.